the two timelines. Picture this. Somewhere out there, in the invisible multiverse of what could be, there are two versions of future you. One of them, they're thriving. They're proud of themselves. They're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But they're clearly living a life that feels good, solid, and aligned. The other version of you, well, let's just say they're doing the best they can with the choices you keep making today. Now, here's the weird part. Both versions are created by the exact same moment, your morning. That tiny sliver of time right after you open your eyes? Yeah, that's the butterfly wing flap that decides which timeline you slide into. And it happens way more subtly than you think. The moment that decides everything. Every morning, you make a choice. You don't announce it out loud. There's no narrator, no dramatic music. Nobody hands you a mission brief. It's quiet. It's tiny. It's boring. But it's powerful. And the choice is this. Do I start my day in control or in chaos? Now, chaos doesn't always look like a tornado. Sometimes it looks like grabbing your phone immediately, scrolling before your brain is even awake, reacting to the world before you've even checked in with yourself, sprinting into the day like you're late to a race you didn't sign up for. Control, on the other hand, looks insanely simple. One intentional breath, one glass of water, one small plan for the next hour. That's it. But that micro decision creates two very different days, which create two very different months, which create wildly different lives. How mornings decide everything. Now listen, I'm not saying you need a 47-step morning ritual with chanting and Himalayan salt lamps and a smoothie made from ingredients you can only get by hiking into a rainforest. No, please don't do that. I'm saying something much simpler. Your morning sets your brain's operating system for the entire day. If your first action is reactive, notifications, messages, noise, your brain enters other people's priorities mode. If your first action is intentional, even for 30 seconds, your brain enters I drive the ship mode. And whichever mode you choose, your brain just keeps rolling with it. It's like momentum, but for your mindset. A chaotic morning doesn't create one chaotic hour. It creates a chaotic version of you that lasts the whole day. An intentional morning doesn't create one perfect hour. It creates a calm, focused version of you that sticks around. The first hour blueprint. Your future, you will love this. Here's where the magic happens. If you want a thriving timeline, the version of you that's confident and clear and actually feels good in their life, you don't need a huge routine. You need a first hour that's anchored. Here's the simplest blueprint ever invented. 1. Start with stillness, 1 minute. 1 deep breath. 1 moment to say, okay, I'm here. This flips your brain into intentional mode. 2. Hydrate and move, 2 to 5 minutes. Water. Stretch. Move like you're waking up your joints, not trying to become a Navy SEAL. This wakes up your nervous system gently instead of shocking it. 3. Set the one thing, 30 seconds. Ask, what's the one thing that matters most today? Not 5 things. 1. Your future self loves this. 4. Protect the first 10 minutes from your phone. This is the hardest part and also the most powerful. Your attention is the currency of your life. Don't donate your entire day to the algorithm before you've even blinked. 5. Do one small identity-consistent action. Drink water like someone who takes care of themselves. Stretch like someone who cares about mobility. Make your bed like someone whose space supports their mind. Small. Simple. Identity shaping. The secret everyone misses. Now here's the twist. The actual transformation isn't happening because of the water or the breath or the stretching or the phone boundary. It's happening because of what those actions whisper to your brain. They say, this is who we are now. Your habits aren't just things you do. They're votes for the type of person you're becoming. Morning actions are the loudest votes of all because they happen when your brain is the most impressionable. If you start your day with autopilot chaos, the vote is, I'm the kind of person who is always behind. If you start your day with one intentional step, the vote is, I'm the kind of person who takes responsibility for my life. And here's the beautiful part. Identity compounds faster than habits. Once you see yourself differently, your actions naturally align with that new identity, and the thriving timeline becomes the default, not the effort. The decision that changes your future. So let's bring it home. Every single morning, you stand at the fork between two timelines. One leads to frustration, fog, distraction, and that nagging feeling that life is happening to you. The other leads to clarity, calm, confidence, and a future you're proud to grow into. And which one you step into isn't determined by motivation, or discipline, or some giant dramatic life change. It's determined by one unbelievably small choice in the first 60 seconds of your day. Not perfection, not productivity obsession, just intention. Your future self is already waiting in one of those timelines. They're hoping, genuinely, that you choose the version of you that's becoming just a little bit better each morning. Because the crazy thing? A 1% shift today becomes a 100% different life later. Tomorrow morning, the fork will be there again. Quietly, patiently. Which version of you are you going to choose?